Like, I think what was missing from this movie, Not Okay, was like her reasoning. I don't think her reasoning was big enough. What, she just wanted to be famous? Or, you know, like how like the first half of the movie, it makes it seem like the reason she wanted to be famous was to get with Dylan O'Brien's character.
Yes.
And then she immediately, like, she has sex with him and then she's over him.
Yeah.
And she's like, he's a shallow guy. I don't want him. So then she still just wants to be like more famous. And I'm like, that's normal. Everyone wants to be famous. So
Yes.
what is her reason? You know, like, does she, and she comes from like a rich family too. So then it's like, why?
Yeah. That's one of the things that really made me so mad about the movie in terms of like the potential of where it could have gone. You're already showing this white girl who has a rich family. There's a very like offhand joke about it at the very end of the movie where she's talking to her own. She's like, my mom has connections. She can get you into Soho House in Malibu.
Yeah.
And it's one of those lines where I was like, this could have been a huge laugh line.
Yeah.
If the movie had played with that.
With her family's
that
money
whole,
more.
Yes, the family's money should have been played with more.
Yeah.
They didn't play. They had all these little, breadcrumbs about what her life was like, and they didn't highlight anything in any meaningful way to give this movie the teeth that it needed.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're getting gums with this movie. We're not getting the real point.
Yeah, exactly. I think like it just, there's so much like that could have been done like off like nepotism, or like her dad was this one who spoiled her and her mom, like, I don't know. Yeah. It just was like, what was her reasoning for like wanting more?
We don't rarely ever find out.
It was too related. It was too realistic.
Yeah. Especially by the end of the movie when she is outed for having lied and for co-opting and appropriating all of this trauma and all of these other people's trauma and using it to further her own story instead of copping to what she did in the first 10 minutes. Which, yeah, look, I get she's not going to do that. We wouldn't have a movie if she didn't do that. That's fine. But you know what? If you get to the end of the movie, you see her in this support group for online shamed people. And she has this moment where she's like, my life is, I didn't learn anything.
Yeah.
If you get to the end of the movie and you're having your main character say, I didn't learn anything.
Yeah, I think that's what I think that's what they were trying to do, is that like it was an unlikable protagonist who is so shallow that like, I think the message was like, there are just some bad, shitty people in the world and they're never going to be better. And I get that, like that's true, but it's a movie. It's supposed to be for entertainment purposes. Yeah. So then, like, why are you telling us something we already know?
Don't make a movie about a bad person who's not going to have any sort of change really happen to them in a way that affects them.
Yeah.
Right? The whole premise of storytelling, in my mind, is you have your character, and by the end of their story, they are in a different place mentally.
Yeah, like they've changed. They've gone through something that made them from a good person to a bad person, or a bad person to a good person.
Right.
Or evil to nice, or empathetic.
And Zoey is really still in the same place.
Yeah.
The only inkling we get of her having maybe changed, it doesn't even
and I like how we're calling the main character Zoey just based off the actress.
Yes, I don't. This is a cry for help for Zoey.
Yeah,
Zoey Deutch needs to stop making movies like this.
Yes,
she needs to change tack.
I feel like she would if she could,
but she can't, them. So she won't.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not saying she can't book them, but I'm like, like I feel like when there's an actor who's like been doing the same style of movie for a while, I bet you they're trying out for other,
they're
trying out
typecast.
They're trying out for the other things.